Howdy, folks. I'm Mike. This is my associate. And yeah, we're going to tell a story about skinwalkers. So, our story begins 2 years ago on a Native American reservation when a man, his wife, and his dog are visiting the wife's grandmother. So they go to her house, they have their dinner, and they have conversation, and eventually go off to bed. And in the middle of the night, say around 12, the man hears his dog scratching at the bedroom door and notices the dog is sniffing at the bottom of the door and probably wants to go out. So he opens the door to escort the dog out, but she doesn't want to go outside. He tries to coax her, but she still doesn't want to go. So he gives up and goes to the kitchen for a glass of water. But when he gets in the kitchen, he notices something outside the window. It seems to be a dog, but this dog isn't the same as any other breed he'd ever seen. It's at least twice as big as any he'd ever known, and its eyes gaze into his soul, only contrasted by the dog's being black as the night around him. This sent the man into shock. He was terrified, so he ran up back to his room and tried to go to sleep and forget the sight that had pierced his soul. The next morning, when he finally had woken up from his slumber and was having breakfast with his wife and his grandmother, or her grandmother, and in passing, he mentioned the creature he had seen the night before. The grandmother immediately grabbed her phone, frantically calling all the people she could. And eventually, two men showed up to the house, a native healer and a priest. The priest cleansed the land with sage and cedar, while the healer talked to the man about the creature he had seen. And after getting it all sorted out, they gave him a quick blessing for safety on his travels. But the man knew he would always be haunted by this creature. And when he gazed off into the distance, into the woods before leaving, he could swear he still felt those eyes, piercing his soul, telling him never to return. The man would go away, having absolutely no clue what he had seen that night. But I know, as do other cryptid enthusiasts like myself. Tell me, what do you make of all this?
Dog.
Yes, indeed, my friend. Yes, indeed. Well, the next time y'all are in the woods, you better keep your eyes peeled wide and silver bullets loaded in your gun, because you never know what you might find in those woods. Evening, y'all.